Samurai Shodown 2019 is all about timing, tension, and razor-sharp strikes. Here's your quick guide to every character slicing their way to victory. Haohmaru. Haohmaru is Samurai Shodown's answer to the wandering swordsman archetype, except louder, drunker, and with more wind-based slash tornadoes. As the face of the franchise, he brings big, two-handed swings, beefy normals, and devastating counter-hits. His fighting style is less about elegance and more about impact. He can parry, reflect projectiles with his sake jug, and slice half your health bar with a single reed, a one-man typhoon with a katana. Nakoruru. Nakoruru is Samurai Shodown's pocket-sized powerhouse and eco-warrior mascot, equally adept at slicing enemies and guilt-tripping polluters. She trades raw power for speed, recovery, and the help of her loyal hawk, Mamahaha. With precise hit-and-run tactics and projectile-reflecting tricks, she controls the pace of battle. She's not built to brute force a win, but underestimate her and you'll be comboed by both sword and talon before you blink. Genjuro Kibagami. Genjuro Kibagami is Samurai Shodown's bloodthirsty answer to what if elegance was terrifying. A brutal, precise swordsman trained alongside Haohmaru, Genjuro ditches honor for dominance, cleaving through foes with lightning-fast strikes, card-themed carnage, and sadistic flair. His Hanafuda-inspired attacks are not just stylish, they're symbolic, deadly, and unpredictable. Charlotte Christine. Charlotte Christine de Colde is the elegant noblewoman fencer of Samurai Shodown, fighting with precision, poise, and a sharp disdain for getting her boots dirty. Her rapier-based style favors long-range thrusts, graceful hops to avoid low attacks, and a triangle slashing technique that can cross up foes mid-air. Charlotte excels at anti-air and spacing, keeping opponents just far enough away to punish their every mistake. Over time, her moveset grew from simple stabs to include the tri-slash projectile and devastating supers like Chrysanthemum. She's a duelist in form and function, deadly, refined, and always controlling the battlefield. Galford D. Galford is a blonde-haired ninja from San Francisco who fights with speed, style, and a trusty husky named Poppy. Originally a Hanzo clone, Galford quickly carved his niche with a high-energy hit-and-run playstyle that blends teleportation, lightning attacks, and dog-assisted beatdowns. Poppy is not just for show, she helps set up combos, interrupts foes, and even brings the pups along in later games. Galford's slash form emphasizes mobility and mix-ups, while his bust form leans into aggressive grappling. Jubei Yagyu. Jubei Yagyu is a Samurai Shodown's one-eyed elder statesman, wise, precise, and deadly with dual swords. Based on the real-life swordsman of the same name, Jubei wields both a katana and a wakizashi in a grounded, no-nonsense fighting style built on solid fundamentals and sharp punishes. His parry-heavy gameplay rewards patience and prediction. With tools like the Water Moonblade and his signature Yagyu Mind-Eye counter techniques, Slash Jubei plays more offensively, while Bust Jubei leans into counters and guard breaks. He's the type of fighter who doesn't flash, but makes you pay for every mistake. Old school, honorable, but terrifying. Earthquake. Earthquake is Samurai Shodown's resident walking natural disaster, a towering Texan ninja wielding a massive kusarigama with absurd range. He's slow, loud, and completely unapologetic about dirty fighting. His long reach lets him control space with ease, while newer additions like teleportation and fire breath help cover for his sluggish mobility. Earthquake's moveset is limited but painful, especially if he catches his opponent off guard. And yes, he fights with farts. Shiki. Shiki is a mysterious swordswoman first introduced in Samurai Shodown 64, known for her dual katanas and eerie elegance. Once a pawn of the dark sorcerer Yuga, she was granted swords forged from the heart of a demon world itself. Her fighting style is fast, fluid, and a bit unorthodox, mixing graceful slashes with agile kicks. Later appearances merge her bust and slash forms into versatile movesets that balance mid-range control with deadly rushdowns. Though her past is shadowed by demonic influence, Shiki now walks her own path, one where the line between weapon and will become terrifyingly thin. Ukyo Tachibana. Ukyo Tachibana is a quiet, sickly swordsman whose graceful swordplay masks a deadly edge. Known for his tuberculosis and signature apple-slicing flair, Ukyo specializes in Batojutsu and Iai-jutsu, styles built around punishing with precise draw slashes. His famous Tsubame Gaeshi cuts through both air and flame, making it a lethal anti-air and combo tool. He's a defensive specialist, waiting patiently for opponents to slip up before delivering lightning-fast retaliation. In later titles, his slash and bust movesets were merged, granting him even more elegant sword techniques. Despite his frailty, Ukyo's style remains one of calculated beauty and razor-sharp lethality. Yoshitora Tokugawa. Yoshitora Tokugawa is a flamboyant noble and the rebellious heir to the Tokugawa shogunate, choosing swordplay and flirtation over political duty. Wielding 7 swords, 6 named after women and 1 named after himself, he brings both style and substance to battle. Each blade unleashes a different technique, and using all 6 in combat unlocks his devastating 7th sword. He's a mid-range fighter who excels at unpredictability, overwhelming foes with elegant combos and flashy multi-slash attacks. His petals and steel motif blends charm with lethality, making him one of the most dynamic and stylish swordsmen in the series, and a character who literally blooms in combat. Hanzo Hattori. Hanzo Hattori is the stoic ninja master of the Iga clan, blending stealth, strategy, and sorcery in equal measure. His fighting style leans heavily into mystical ninjutsu, teleportation, illusion clones, dummies, and fire-based attacks, allowing him to mislead and punish unwary foes. He also excels in brutal grapples and surprise throws, reflecting his evolution into a more bone-crushing, power-focused ninja compared to his faster counterpart, Galford. Over the years, Hanzo has added more acrobatic kicks and aerial maneuvers to his repertoire, yet his core appeal remains unchanged. Kyoshiro Senryo. Kyoshiro Senryo is Samurai Shodown's flamboyant kabuki warrior, wielding a naginata and fans with theatrical flair. Equal parts performer and fighter, he uses fire-breathing, frog summoning, and water-sweeping hair attacks to disrupt his foes from mid-range. Kyoshiro's style is all about artful deception. He lures enemies in with exaggerated kabuki poses and punishes them with surprising bursts of power. Beneath the makeup lies a performer with conviction, spread joy through combat, avenging corrupted companions, and seeking to evolve his kabuki into a living legend. His battles are loud, dramatic, and unapologetically stylish, just the way he likes them. Tam Tam. Tam Tam is the towering Mayan warrior of Samurai Shodown, fighting from a crouch with surprising speed and massive range. His scimitar sweeps, skull tosses, fireballs, and spin kicks make him a zoning powerhouse. If you can manage his sluggish jumps and telegraphed moves, Tam Tam rewards patient, reactive play, where one mistimed rush can mean eating a flurry of limbs, fire, or steel. He speaks in untranslated Nahuatl, deepening his mysterious aura, and stands out as a defender of his village and sacred relics. If you're into long limbs, primal energy, and fire-spitting chaos, Tam Tam is your jungle juggernaut. Yashamaru Kurama. Yashamaru Kurama is the tormented hero of Samurai Shodown 2019, wielding a nagamaki with sweeping reach and devastating lunges. As a half-tengu, he channels supernatural speed and aerial agility, granting him flight-based attacks and tricky mix-ups. His style thrives on bold offense, dive in, strike hard, and then vanish into the air. But he's no tank. His slower pokes and risky follow-ups punish overconfidence. Driven by a personal vendetta and weighed down by his cursed bloodline, Yashamaru is stylish, tragic, and deadly, the brooding anti-hero with wings. Darli Dagger. Darli Dagger is a swaggering shipwright with a saw blade the size of a mast and the attitude to match. Debuting in Samurai Shodown 2019, she brings a brutal, inventive fighting style that blends heavy-hitting blade swings with raw hand-to-hand power. Her moves are unorthodox but lethal, surfing on her weapon, drilling through guards, or hammering down with style. While slower than most, every hit is a small earthquake, and even when disarmed, she's far from helpless, breaking bones with her fists alone. Darli's all muscle, grit, and creativity. A high-seas brawler who fights like she builds, with force and flair. Wu-Ruixiang. Wu-Ruixiang is a scholar warrior with a magical compass and a frazzled disposition. Introduced in Samurai Shodown 2019, she's more about traps, zones, and elemental manipulation than brute force. Her compass unleashes fire, water, lightning, and sand, can reflect projectiles, and even summon dragons, though not always on purpose. With limited range and modest damage, she plays defensively, relying on patience, pokes, and big brain setups. Her desperation juggles can hit like a storm if you bait the right moment. Wu-Ruixiang's chaos is wrapped in caution, quirky, cerebral, and surprisingly dangerous when she's not tripping over herself. That's the full Samurai Shodown 2019 roster. Sharp blades and sharper personalities. Who's your go-to slasher? Let us know in the comments. Slash through that like button and subscribe. And of course, hit the bell so you never miss another gaming breakdown. We'll see you in the next video.